Now, the cost of living or the consumer price index in South Africa, you will know by now that it has been on a surge. This is something that obviously to consumers it is not a good thing, because this just means that things continue to rise, or prices of the products and services that we use probably on the day-to-day continues rising. Now, ladies and gents, this, like I said, it is a concern, because the last time the cost of living was reported in South Africa came out sitting at 7.4%, which, like I said, had a lot of consumers and also investors, those that are investing, because right now it means that the real interest on your investments is whatever percentage you are getting minus that 7.4%. Yeah, it's not good at all. So, ladies and gents, tomorrow we are going to get these figures yet again. And I must say that so many of the retail investors, so many of the consumers are wanting to see if whether this figure is obviously maybe making a progress in terms of recovery or in terms of stabilizing, which the good thing, of course, is that there are signs that we might get to see, of course, good results. Tomorrow, we might actually see the cost of living in South Africa starting to decrease, which is something that obviously means that, of course, the consumers are going to be really excited, because the prices of food and petrol and other services might also start going down. Now, before we get into this topic, you already know that this video is just an entertainment video and not a professional financial advice video. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Now, as I've said, or as I'm always saying, before you invest in anything, make sure that you do your own due diligence so that at least you can be comfortable when you are investing, either in the markets or in whatever kind of investment that you are doing. It is also good, or always good, to do a due diligence so that at least you don't get surprised when things don't go the way you expected. So, without a waste of time, the good thing, or one of the good things, that obviously it's promising that we might actually get, of course, the CPI figures tomorrow, or the cost of living figures tomorrow, coming out to be positive, is the fact that obviously the oil price per barrel has been decreasing. I mean, you will know by now that obviously I did a video showing or discussing in broad about how this oil price per barrel affects, of course, the CPI, or the cost of living. And as I've said, since the beginning of early last month, we saw the oil per barrel starting to trade below $100 per barrel, which is something that obviously it just has to mean that even the prices of petrol, prices of oil will also go down, which is something that obviously is the one that, if you check in my previous video, I said it will influence even the prices of petrol locally to drop in September, which is something that I think it's many consumers are patiently waiting to see that, because obviously the prices of petrol have been so high in this country. And let me tell you something, prices of petrol is one of the main things, or is the biggest thing, obviously, that leads into high inflation. Now, to get to see that, obviously, the global oil prices per barrel has been trading or declined below $100 per barrel. It's one of the things that can easily make us, the core CPI numbers, to decrease, which is something that I think as a retail investor, it should, or it must excite you, because then prices of petrol, we might see them, like I said, also decreasing next month. And also, ladies and gents, prices of food is going to definitely decrease also, because, ladies and gents, like I said, when petrol or when oil prices are up, then petrol prices also surge, which result in not only high petrol prices, but it also results in high prices of food, which is why obviously you see that most of the time when petrol goes up, then you also see sort of like prices of food also going up, because this food, or the food that we buy from shops or from the big retailers, ladies and gents, are transported by of course, these trucks, and these trucks are using, of course, petrol to transport the food. So the prices that we buy this food with at the shops, it also sort of like factors the petrol or the transportation that brought the food to the store. So this, ladies and gents, to get to see that, of course, the oil or the oil prices per barrel has been decreasing. It is a good thing, which is why it also positively bring the good news also in the prices of food. So tomorrow, ladies and gents, we are going to see, or we are definitely, I personally believe that we are going to see the core CPI figures coming even way below analyst expectations, because as seen on the screen, you'll notice that some analysts believe that obviously the CPI figures is going to come at 7.7, which is way higher than the 7.4% we received for the month of June, which I personally believe that it is going to be even below the 7.4% we received, or we got to see South Africa reporting for the month of June. Now, another good thing is that, ladies and gents, you will know that, or you'll notice that 2 weeks ago, ladies and gents, the US also reported these figures for the month of July, which is something that obviously showed us that they are recovering, or they are seeing the core CPI figures, or the cost of living in the US, declining or improving in terms of course, the kind of a percentage it was, which is something that is incredible and something that must definitely motivate you to remain bullish and stay long, and something that obviously can make us to think that obviously, since we saw, of course, the US reporting better CPI figures, we might also, or chances are very high that besides looking maybe at the oil price per barrel, we might also get to see or witness South Africa reporting some good CPI figures tomorrow, which is something that is incredible and something that obviously must motivate you to stay bullish, remain long and strong on the markets, or on the South African markets, even tomorrow. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I should just give you these quick updates. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, I remain to be bullish. I remain to remain strong, that obviously as the Federal Reserve, or locally the central bank, continues increasing interest rates, we are going to definitely see the core CPI, or the cost of living, locally and internationally decreasing, because you will know, like I said, or like I've always been saying, one of the things that of course stabilizes, of course, this inflation, or the cost of living to stabilize, is of course increase in interest rates, which is one of the medicine, or one of the cures that has been working for decades. So I still personally believe that, of course, increase in these interest rates, yes, to some others it might hurt to some consumers, but in a long run, this is the one medicine, or one of the cures that will easily stabilize the cost of living. Otherwise, like I said, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, you already know that this video was just an entertainment video and not a professional financial advice video. So I really encourage you, before you invest in anything or any kind of an asset class, to do your own due diligence so that at least you get comfortable when you are investing in whatever asset class that you might be interested in. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in the stock market investing journey. God bless you all.